My mother-in-law ruined my gender reveal, so I planned something worse to make her regret it. My mother-in-law told everyone I had a son before I could find out for myself. Last year, I held a gender reveal party to share the exciting news with all our friends and family. Little did I know that behind the scenes, my mother-in-law snuck a peek at the cake and sloppily covered it up with more icing. Supposedly out of excitement, she messaged all the guests on our list, asking for male-specific gifts. So on the day of the gender reveal party, everyone's cheers and surprised expressions felt so uncomfortably forced. I felt that something was clearly off but ignored it until I started opening up all the gifts. They all turned out oddly specific for male babies. I pulled a few of my friends to the side and said, "Spill. You all just happened to know I was going to have a son?" They tried playing it off, calling it a coincidence. My best friend revealed how my mother-in-law messaged them a week before, announcing that everyone needed to buy gifts for a son. My friends and family thought that it was part of the surprise, but seeing my reaction now, they weren't so sure. I felt devastated, knowing that no one else was genuinely surprised. I spent the rest of the afternoon holed up in the room, crying over emotions I couldn't control. Through the door, I heard my mother-in-law call me dramatic, saying that I should be happy she helped us out. My sadness turned into anger, and I flung the door open to confront her. You do not get to decide whether I'm grateful for something or not. You also don't get to control what people should bring to our party. Nor can you casually decide to ruin a surprise for everyone because you couldn't control yourself. Her mouth hung open, and she began crying into my husband's arms, talking about how she just wanted to help us out. My husband stood there looking conflicted on whose side to take. With a quivering lip and gentle voice, she told my husband how she promises not to do it again for the second baby. I slammed the door, hating how instead of taking accountability, she tried to play the victim. I promised to get back at her. The following year, for her big 60th birthday, I suggested we host a surprise party. My husband happily agreed, forgetting last year's fiasco. Instead of sending out invitations for her birthday, I sent out invites for another gender reveal, asking for general baby-related gifts. On the actual day of the party, my mother-in-law walked through the doors, blowing kisses like a celebrity on the red carpet. She looked a little confused by the blue and pink decorations but said nothing and focused on greeting all the guests, thanking me and my husband for the surprise party. I smiled back and said, "Oh, there's an even bigger surprise later. I really hope you'll like it." I gathered everyone's attention to let them know that we're blowing out a birthday cake before getting to the main event. Everyone sang and clapped for her. After her little speech, I grabbed the microphone and announced the start of the main event. My mother-in-law raised an eyebrow, wondering what more I had planned, and I smiled. Another larger cake was brought out. My husband looked a mix of nervousness and surprise. I asked him to slice the cake in front of everyone to reveal the gender of our second baby. His hands shook as he sliced the cake, and he looked over at his furious mother. I happily turned to the crowd once the color on the slice was revealed and announced that we were pregnant with a girl. Everyone gasped and cheered, clearly genuine this time, while my mother-in-law faded out into the background. My husband pulled me to the side to call me out on my scheme, but I shrugged it off. We're even now. Our first gender reveal got ruined, so she got her 60th birthday ruined. He shook his head and told me I should have just let it go and let karma play its part. I crossed my arms and said, "Why? Would I let karma have all the fun?" I returned to the party, noticing my mother-in-law crying in a corner, eating her cake alone. I turned the spotlight to her and said on the microphone, "Oh, my mother-in-law is so happy, she's in tears. We love you so much, Mama." I called her over to help open up the gifts for my second baby while she continued to cry.